Hello guys and welcome to another vlog. A little bit different, we are not at D-pad. Gutted. Ollie's gutted, I'm gutted, you're probably all gutted because I can't get the works done, but we are pretty much 99.9% finished. We are pretty much there, so there's only a few little bits and pieces that need to be done, so I'm not too worried. And yeah, as and when this nasty ass horrible virus disappears and gets rid of, or it's safe to do so, I will be open. That is it. We are going for it. We're going to open Area 1 and get on with it and get things done and get people having fun again. You know, we might even have an anti-corona party, I don't know, something a little bit fun, do something fun, because everybody's locked up. You know, and it is hard. I understand mental health, everything, it gets everybody. And yeah, it's not just the young, the old, the middle-aged, it affects everybody, you know. So I want to do something today with the vlog. I put up on D-pad page the other day that we will be doing a Q&A. So the Q&A is you ask me the Q, which is the question, and I do the A, which is the answer. So we're going to get right at it and we're going to get it done. But at the same time, I just wanted you all to see I've had a corona cut. All barbers are shut. Mrs. give us a 0.5. Sorted. Later on, Ollie's getting the number 1. Well, we hope so anyway. He's not too keen on the number 2, but we're going to give him a number 1 anyway, see if he gets on with it. Anyway, we're going to get back at it. We're going to answer your questions. And the questions are going to come up on the screen that I've screen grabbed. And then I'm going to answer it. So let's get to it. Right, so James Turner asks, what's the pit area going to be like and will there be tyre changing facilities on site? If so, how much? Also, he mentions that he would like to see some sort of judge runs in some way, shape or form. So, right, I'm going to get to the pit area. The pit area is road planings. It's road planings and it is all level. It's all graded. It's all flat. There is some tarmac area. It is limited. But there is actually tarmac area there as well, but it is mainly gravelly road planings, like the stuff they take off of roads, and it's all been levelled off. There, like I said, there is some hard standing, there is some tarmac, but you know, we will, as in time, make the pit area better. So you know, it's not hard standing everywhere. It's not completely legit, it's not completely solid. So there is times that you're going to be on the gravel, there is times that you're going to be on the tarmac. We are going to limit the numbers so that then obviously we can utilise the tarmac and the hard standing area in the pit area. So mainly people will be on the tarmac. Right, so concerning tyres, tyre fitting and changing services, there will be a tyre fitter there, a mobile tyre fitter. And we will be, well, they will be charging £5 per tyre. It's not gone up in the past 10 years. It's a tenner for 2 wheels. Take off, put on, get rid of your own rubber yourself, take them home, get rid of them responsibly, and that's pretty much it. Concerning the judge runs and cool stuff that you want to do, yeah, I'm game for that. I mean, I'm not the best drifter in the world, but I have a lot of ideas, and I've seen a lot of drivers in the past, so anybody that's stuck or whatever, I can help out, or if we've got any more experienced guys on site, they can help out as well and give you pointers if you're struggling. So yeah, we can do that. So next question is Sam Nicholas, or Nicholas. He says, due to coronavirus, I don't think any tracks are going to be open in 2021. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, that isn't the case, and we will be, like I said at the beginning of the vlog, as soon as all this has cleared and it is safe to do so, we can open. We're going to open. We're not going to mess about. We're not going to hang about. We're not going to say, oh, we've got to book this day, we've got to book that day. I book the days. I get the dates. I manage the centre of that track. So if they're not using the venue, I use the venue. And any time that it's empty, I'll be using it. Simple as. So 20, 20, will have drifting as long as all of this nastiness has gone, and hopefully it will do. So hopefully that answers your question, mate. Tom Smith, very good question, mate. Basically, 2015 we used the venue for a charity event for a young lad. Yeah, it was a pretty special day. I'm not going to go too into it because obviously out of respect to people and stuff, but it was a special day. The venue has a little special piece in my heart, to be honest. And yeah, when I was looking for venues and stuff back in 2019, I sort of hooked back up with the manager again of the circuit and said, hey man, like, is there anywhere that I can use, you know, that we can use for practice for our boys for the shows? Because we do a lot of shows and a lot of demo stuff. For the BHP show and the BHP Fuel Fest, and we've done stuff at Castle Combe before as well. So yeah, I just needed somewhere for the boys to let off some steam, do a bit of freestyle, because everyone loves a bit of freestyle. And yeah, this was basically the birth child of it. I got the phone call from the manager of this track that I used before in 2015, and I said to him, hey man, like, what's the crack? And he said, look, go back up there, go and have a look. So me, a friend of mine, Guy, and little Ollie, we went all the way up there, drove up there, and when we arrived, it was, yeah, we were shocked. The outside was shale. It wasn't shale before, it was tarmac, it was hard, it was awesome, it was big. Yeah, total mind shocker really. I didn't really get what the manager was on about at the time. But then when I rang him and said, look, it's outside shale, we can't drift on shale, it's tarmac that we need. He said, no Matt, ignore the outside and have a look on the inside. Will it be big enough? It's an old go-kart track. So I stood back, looked here a little bit and looked at the state and the condition of it. It was potholey, it wasn't wide enough, it needed this, it needed that. But not for one giving up. I don't give up. I've tried to go as hard as I can until there's nothing left. So it was kind of my last opportunity to get something done or to do something with Drift Outlaws and drifting still. So I sort of wiped my mouth a little bit, had a look at it, came away. He texted me on the way home, said, look, is it any good? Will it be any good for you? And I was like, I left a message, you know. Didn't let him stew, but I didn't know what to say really at the time. And yeah, I sort of got home and had a little think about it, went on Google Maps, expanded everything out, measured it all out, had measurements from when I went there, on from the site visit and stuff. We knew we had toilets, we knew we had this, we knew we had that, you know, we had fence around it, fencing, guarding, etc. It was safe. It just needed a lot of work. So the main plan was D-pad would be the inside circuit, the inside of the infield. It's 127 metres from point A to point B, top to bottom, and left to right it's around 65 to 67 metres wide. It's only good for second gear, top gear, second gear, but most of the tracks and most of the drifting and most of the things that go on in the UK are second gear, let's be honest. I mean, whether you drove Wembley Stadium, JDM All-Stars, Drift All-Stars, or you know, you're doing other series or current series or whatnot and other competitions, they're mainly second gear. So you're going to be flat out in second gear in this area. It looked big enough. I thought, sweet, let's get at it. Let's get it all photo, take videos and inspect the area. So yeah, went ahead and did that and then thought, right, let's get it built, let's get it done. So the D-pad is officially, initially going to be the area one in the middle, that oval bit. The one in the middle. Where do I see it going? Well, we have had the planning permission passed, well, it was passed 3 years ago that we could expand, not the track, but the venue itself. So out the back there's an area, it's about 800 feet by 650 feet. And that there we can expand, we can turn it into hard standing. So as of now it's road planings and a mixture of tarmac, like I said, the pit area out the back. But we can and have had the permission to build on top of that. So the plan is to get D-pad successful, that little middle bit, and then once that's done, we can then start to revert the money. And I mean, I'm not going to be recycling the money into me buying a car and going on holiday and stuff like that. I'm going to put it straight back into the venue. I'm going to put more money back into the venue, and we're slowly but surely going to make the back pit area hard standing. And as we make that pit area hard standing and add to the tarmac and stuff that's there, which some of it is in very good condition, might I add. There's not a lot of potholes there, so I can repair the potholes, repair the road, and then we can get a big square area. Then we can do third gear stuff, we can do fast stuff. So the plan is to start small and hopefully win big. That's the aim. You know, it is what I'm planning to do. It's, you know, maybe fair few months down the road that can happen because of cost of materials and time that it takes to do stuff and etc. But it is possible, and I've got D-pad. That wasn't possible, but now that is possible, and I'm going to go at it and get the D-pad up to scratch. Once that's running, we're going to then build the back area out the back, and we're going to get a better area going. And well, it won't be a better area, it'll just be a bigger area, so you can go a lot faster. So yeah, that's the plan, that's the aim, and thanks for the good question, because that is a really decent question. Thanks, my man. So Shane Burton, you ask about costs and whether you can do private hire in the midweek. Right, so straight off the bat, it's £100. £100 whether it's a wet day, whether it's a dry day, whether it's a beginner day, a spicy boy day, or a missile day. That's the cost. It's just going to be a fair figure, £100 straight down the middle. And the reason it is that price is because that money will then be going into making the venue bigger and better and more amicable for people. So it's only due to growth. That is the only reason. Pending rent in the midweek for private hire, I mean, for people to private hire the land, you need to have a risk assessment, you need to have fire and safety, and you need to have St John's ambulance on site, as I do. And you also have to have a tie man on site, and you have to be within the strict regulations of the DBs and noise regulations of not starting too early or starting too late. So there's a lot to talk about there. So the possibility is there. I've not written it off, but remember, you need them key things in place before you even, you know, approach me about it. You won't be running on my PLI, you won't be running on my health and safety and my risk assessment or anything. You will have to approach me with, you will have to approach me with a proper info pack, basically, with all the stuff that you've got covered, and then we can talk. It's not written off, it's definitely not a no, but yeah, these things need to be think about or thought about first. Alright? Nice. Also, the days that will mainly be open will be the weekend. It will be a Saturday or a Sunday. Yeah, so it'll be mainly Saturdays and Sundays. So Phil Hawkins, another one. Is it possible to do private hire? Like I said, I've not written it off in the answer just before, but you need PLI, you need St John's ambulance cover, and you need fire and safety setups, risk assessments all bolted up into one. And yeah, you need to come at me with a proper info pack of how you're going to do it, how you're going to run the day, and what your budget is. So that will be, you know, get it over to me if it's sensible, and yeah, we'll talk numbers, figures, and see whether it's possible. Alright? Sorted. So on to the next question. Raza Abbas, I believe. Apologies if I've got that wrong. So yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, layout wise, we aren't restricted on layouts. Obviously we can move it around, shift it about, but once we're set up for the day, we're set up for the day. I don't want to take seat time off everybody by keep on moving layouts around. So layout wise, it'll be technical, it'll be fun, and there will be an area where you'll literally get a bit of speed up and you'll be able to flick backward entry if you want to practice them as well, with a fair good run off and a fair bit of space. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, mate, and yeah, I hope I got your name right as well. So sweet. Layouts, pretty much freestyle, we can do what we like, and once it's set up for the day, it'll be set up and we will just crack on. Short question from Nick Lynch. Can I come skid anyway? Well, yeah, once all this corona's gone, mate, everyone can skid, you know. It's going to be open to beginners, mediocre drivers, and drivers that are higher end. And yeah, guys that just want to come and have fun and kick freestyle and just have a bit of fun. So yeah mate, you can come and drift, but just as soon as the government and all the independent bodies say that it's safe to do so. So as soon as it's safe to do so, man, calm down, come and have a skid, come and have fun with your friends, and yeah, get involved, man. It's D-pad. Next question's from Joms Near. Apologies if I got that wrong, but I tried to pronounce it as best as possible. So it says, how do I book in? You book in through the Facebook group that I've just opened literally this morning due to your question. I thought it's a good idea. Get the public, group up, get it done, and yeah, it's there now on Facebook. So any slots, any payments, any costings, whatever, dates will be on that page. It's the D-pad public group. Have a look on it for Facebook, add yourself, get yourself on there, mate. Next question from Lance Turner. Can 4x4s come? Don't see why not. I mean, if it's not too heavy and it's just a 4x4 car and you can pilot it, you can have a go in it. I mean, I can't see a problem with it, but what we would probably have to do is fit you in with the beginner's days. So then when you're on the beginner's days, we can give you the whole track to yourself so you can express yourself and blast it as much as you like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to bring a 4x4, bring a 4x4. I mean, 2-wheel drive skids, 4x4 skids. Like I said, if it's not too heavy and it's not going to damage the tarmac, I'm game if you are. So yeah, there's your answer. Sorted. So next question, or next quote, was from James Large. It says, I can't wait for this. Neither can I, brother, neither can I. This has been a long road, and once this virus is gone, out the door, we can crack on. Come down, come and party with your mates, and come and have a bit of fun, mate. And I'll definitely give you a fist bump, because I'm just as excited as you are. Alright? In a bit. So a question from Alex Ferrara, I think it is. Again, apologies if I got it wrong. As I said before, I'm not great with names. But once I've got a name to the face, it'll be rad. What are the dBs? The dBs are static, 100 decibels at 3/4 of your rev power. Then it'll be 88 decibels on flyby. That is literally it. Tyre wise, we're not going to run any, well, especially if it's dry. If it's dry, we're not going to run Westlake's super grippy, super sticky tyres because the noise is atrocious. And we are going to limit the dry days to a 225. So sorry to disappoint you if you wanted to run a really wide tyre, but due to noise and due to saving and keeping this venue alive and potential for it to grow, we want to touch base with it slowly. We don't want to go straight in there making loads of noise and potentially shutting the venue before we've even started. So to make growth, we're going to work with the council and the parish council and the neighbouring farm next door and see what we can do about that. So yeah, the dBs are what they are. The tyres are what they are in the dry, which is a max of 225. They are a road tyre. They have to be a road tyre. They can't be super sticky, super grippy, sticky stuff. Can't be. The treadwear rating can't be super soft. I know that might disappoint you, but at the same time, we've got to do it to, yeah, help make the venue grow. If I start making a load of noise and they shut us down, what else do we have? You know, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So yeah, it's the maximum tyre width is a 225. But on the wet days, on the days that are wet, I mean, you can bring any tyre width. The dBs have to remain the same, 100 decibels, obviously on static, and then there'll be 88 on flyby. But in the wet, you can run any width tyre, any grip, any stickiness you like, because it's wet, doesn't make any road noise. So yeah, go ahead and stick some big grippy ass tyres on the back if you're going to run in the wet. But the dry, I must stress that, yeah, we can't really accept anything over a 225 just yet. We want to touch base, get things going, get things rolling, make sure everybody's happy, and then slowly introduce a wider tyre and a super grippy tyre as we sort of progress. Like I said, don't want to go out there all guns blazing making loads of noise and that wrecks it, so then we can't use the venue. So yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, it's not great, but it's what we got to do. So I hope you can all understand. Oh, and the other thing is, we can't have external wastegates, especially if they're sticking out the bonnet. I mean, them things sound like guns going off. I mean, it's ridiculous some of the noise they make. So if you do have a external screamer, have it pointing down to the floor and out the bottom of the car, or plumb it back into your exhaust, and don't turn up with it sticking out the bonnet, because you won't be able to run, I'm afraid, and I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to stress anyone out. So any up sticky wastegate external blow off pipes, they're not, I'm sorry guys, but you just can't come. There's just no way that I can get away with that noise. So yeah, there's the rules, there's the regs. I hope you're alright with them, and there's not a lot I can do really. My hands are tired. My hands are proper tired. So I want to get it off the ground, get it so it's cool, everybody's happy, and then introduce things slowly. Jack Richardson and Jack Stevenson asked the same question. Do you need a license? No, you don't. It's private land. You need to know how to drive. You need to know how to control a car. I'm not just going to chuck some, you know, somebody can't just turn up that doesn't know anything about driving and get in the car and drive. But look, if you know how to start, stop safely, drive the car, reach the pedals, all that business, it's fine by me. You can drive. I mean, some guys get banned, you know, that's what has ever happened to them is outside of obviously the area, but we're not on public land. This is private land, so anybody that wants to come down that doesn't have a license or has had their license taken away from them, respect me, respect the track, and you can come down and have a blast. I ain't got a problem. Another question from Zoltan Horvath. Apologies if I got your last name wrong, mate. Not right, got it wrong. I apologise. Yeah, again, it's very hard to get all these names all in one. Yeah, get them right, basically. So, can we send it yet? And is it done yet? Or are we there yet? Well, the track's done. It just needs sweeping and it's ready to open pretty much. The first area 1, which is the D. And yeah, as soon as this virus is gone, come down, man. Come do some skids. You know what it's like. You did BHP Fuel Fest. You had a bit of fun. I know you had dramas with the car, but that weren't your fault. Weren't the car's fault. It was just a bit of, I don't know, whatever it is, mechanical faults that happen with cars. It just happens. These things happen. Cars come off trailers, they break. It's nobody's fault. Just, yeah, we can all wipe our mouths with it. But it seems like your car's running rad, man. I see it in Rockingham video. I know you had a little kiss with an S14, but mate, that car is ripping along. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, soon enough, man, soon enough. So Lewis Wilson asks, will there be storage available? If so, how much? There is storage available, but it's very limited. The storage per month is £50 per month. Is pay up front, cash at the beginning of every month. It is undercover, it is secure, and yeah, there's a big ass dog right next to your car, so it is pretty safe. But what I will add to that is, it's not a yard as such that you can come down whenever you please to come and work on your car. I have to be in the venue, and that's usually at the weekend. So if I'm at the venue and you've got a car in storage and you've paid me for storage, I haven't got a problem with you working on the car, but you won't be driving it around and testing it and revving the nuts out of it and stuff like that. So we don't mind you doing minor repairs, getting the car ready if you need it for a drift day, etc. And yeah, we haven't got a problem with it. It does have cover, it doesn't have any electricity, it doesn't have any light, and you have a big ass dog called Timber right next to you in his cage. So yeah, nobody, I don't think, will come near the cars. We've got limited spaces. There's not many spaces in that actual shed, but yeah, they're there, mate, if you need them. So yeah, that's the price, that's how you get it. Contact me and it's not a problem. And I hope that answers the question. Always the joke. Nice one, Frankie Frank. Yeah, when will coronavirus be gone? Ain't got a clue, mate. As long as everyone stays home, it'll be cool, it'll be gone soon. So hopefully in the next 2-3 months, it will be gone. I'm hoping anyway. How long's a piece of string? Sometimes they write on the packet how much string you get for like meterage, so it might be on the packet. And why Delilah? You're gonna have to ask Tom Jones about that one, mate, and he's on The Voice at the moment, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, hopefully it answers your questions, mate, in a bit. So a question from Aaron Hawes. Is there a donut van? What, there's no donut van? Something along them lines. There is actually a donut van on site. I mean, if I do public days, we will get that donut van open. Why not? Coffees and donuts, can't beat it. As we're doing the private public days, if you like, which are the smaller group days, obviously the donut van isn't going to be open. But yeah, as we do bigger events and stuff and things, yeah, more people turn up, yeah, the chances are that donut van will be open, and they are spot on, I can tell you. They are fully legit. In a bit. A few questions from Carl Handley. Hopefully most of these questions beforehand will answer your question. But right, so will we be doing any comps? It's not my plan to run comps. It's not really my idea. It was never the birth child, but I mean, there's like a million comps that you can do in the UK. I mean, the only one that I feel that is the void that needs filling is King of the Ring, that used to happen at Arena Essex. I mean, that is the only void that needs filling in. Other than that, I mean, the market is flooded for competition stuff. So for me, I mean, I've had to go at it. We've done it before. We felt it worked, it was good, it was cool, but I mean, you'll have, say, 60 drivers turn up and 3 of them do well, so 57 go home pissed off, like not happy, but they haven't won anything. And there's a small minority of people that will moan, whether it's their car that's the problem or that they woke up, they've stubbed their toe, they've had a bad day. They will bitch and moan about the competition and write it off and say it's the worst thing ever. And yeah, I don't really want to go back down that road, really. I don't really want to, but in future, I'm not writing it off. Don't get me wrong, mate. There is other fun ways of doing it. I mean, look at Super D, look at Final Bout. That's the way my brand, Drift Outlaws, is heading for the show. So we can still do stuff, and yeah, there is stuff that I can still do and move around and do sort of fun comp stuff. I'm not talking stuff that's rubbish. I mean, like, sort of fun stuff that's going to get you involved and push you as a driver if you want to get involved. So yeah, look, I haven't written it off. I'm definitely thinking about it. Hopefully the costs were answered there. £100 every day that you come. Yeah, rents for the boys. I mean, if you want to do rents for the boys, obviously PLI, risk assessment, and St John's Ambulance, and again, you have to come at me with an info pack. So there, look, the possibilities are there, mate. You just got to come at me with the stuff, and hopefully that answers your question. So next one is more of a quote rather than a question. Great to see another track, and this was from Robert Drifter Ottery, I believe. And yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for the support. Always willing for support. If we all support something, it will grow, it will get bigger. So yeah, max props to you, mate. Nice one for giving us the thumbs. And yeah, that helps us when we're right at the bottom and we're sweeping and we're skinning our knuckles, digging holes and stuff like that. So yeah, big thanks for that, mate. That picks us up. And yeah, it's great to see us come along. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We've got all the vlogs that have come out, obviously all on the YouTube channel. Have a look. Yeah, me and Ollie have done mad things here. We've done loads like the past couple of months. So yeah, it's on hold at the minute, but it's pretty much done. So cheers, man, thanks for that. And it's always good to get a little bit of a response or a little bit of feedback, something to lift us up a little bit, you know, because especially with the times the way that it is now, it's all a bit doom and gloom and a bit, yeah, it's not great. So to see that, mate, big up to you, man. Thanks for that. Cheers. Question out of all of them, Phil Manapi Morgan. Sunshine. Hopefully I got your little middle bit right. Always correct me if I'm wrong, right? So you can always message me, tell me I'm rubbish and beat me up on that. But yeah, Phil, will there be weekenders and will camping be available? Yes, yes, and yes. I ain't gonna hold back on anything. We are gonna do weekenders. So the plan is, my plan in my head at the moment and on paper is Saturday we do a wet day. Everybody has fun. They all stay the night. We have a barbecue, a nice bit of a social, do you know what I mean? A bit of a chat. You know, if you broke your car throughout the day, everyone plows in and helps each other with spare parts, whatnot. Bit of a community thing. You know, you can have barbecues and all that, but don't forget you've got to tidy up after yourselves. Make sure you make it tidy. So yeah, look, camping is available. If you've got a camper van, that's sweet. If you've got a caravan, that's sweet. If you've got a tent, that's sweet. If you want to sleep under the stars, that's even sweeter. I don't mind. All fires and barbecues have to be manned by yourselves and never left unattended. So yeah, you can have barbecues and a few white wine spritzers in the evening if you want to. It's not a problem. Or a cigar, or whatever it is that you do. So yeah, weekends. Anyway, wet day, Saturday, dry day, Sunday. So the cars don't get too punished and don't get too beaten up, and plus I don't wind the neighbours up too much. So yeah, look, I will be doing weekenders. Maybe I should call them Matt Shuri weekenders or something, I don't know. Something a bit fun, or the anti-corona weekenders. We'll do something with it. I don't know. I'm just out to have fun at the moment, and just, yeah, for you boys to have a blast. Everyone have some fun. So yeah, cheers for the question. Hope it answers it, mate, and hope to see you and that rad little MX-5 actually at the venue doing Max Doey's, brother. In a bit. So that's the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, I hope that answers all your questions. Q&A, never done it before. It's first straight off the bat, never done it before. I'm in isolation, kids are in isolation, missus is in isolation. It's sending us stir crazy like the rest of us, I suppose. We're no different to you. So I hope this breaks the day up a little bit. I hope it wasn't too boring. I've pretty much done as much as I could with it, and yeah. Hopefully we can get back down to D-pad soon enough. But in the current climate, I'm not so sure. But in the meantime, stay safe, look after yourselves, keep washing them hands, you know, self-isolate, stay away from people, do what you're told, and this will blow over a hell of a lot quicker. And ignore all the numpties that go over to the park and start shaking hands and having barbecues and all that for now. Just ignore them. They're the divs. They're the ones that are going to get it. They're the ones that are going to end up ill. I'm not going to spend too much time on Facebook about it really now. I've sort of got involved with a few conversations with it and stuff, but do you know what, it's grating on me now. I have my thoughts and my feelings. Stay safe, stay at home, stay with your family and look after each other, and do things safely if you are doing things. And big shout out to all the people that are in the NHS, in the utility services, in the fire, the police, you know, everybody, delivery drivers, lorry drivers, taxi drivers, you know, all the people out there. If I've missed anyone, I apologise. But yeah, look, hopefully everyone stays safe, you know, looks after themselves and remain safe for their families. This is real. This is the real deal. This is something we got to sort out. It needs to be addressed. We need to stop, you know, conspiracy theorying about shite. I'm fed up with seeing it about it, really, and all this business about 5G's blowing people's heads off and birds are falling out of the sky. Sick of it, to be honest. Let's just all get on, let's all be kind, let's all be friends, mate. I'm not saying let's all skip around and hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but what I am saying is everybody stay cool, everybody stay safe, and everyone stay rad, yeah? Later.